Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hello Brings Business. My name is Shanling. So as we all know that the lockdown restriction is going to be removed, even though not all of it, but most of it. So in the state of New South Wales, we already reached the 70% double dose target, and soon it will be 80% and 90%, which means that life is pretty much going back to normals, and we hope that COVID vaccine can save our life and also bring back what we missed in the past. And how does the new environment look like for business? For some industry, they've been looking forward to this day for so long, such as the hospitality industries, restaurants, and bars. However, in the past year and a half, or close to 2 years, which when we have been impacted by COVID, some businesses has already developed a sophisticated model to cope with the pandemic environment. For example, some restaurants are still doing really well during the pandemic by partnering with the delivery apps. I think we all have used some of them already. If you haven't, maybe you've been very healthy and cooking at home. And will the business give up the channels that they developed during the pandemic? I think it's the answer will be no, or maybe some of them will still keep using those apps, and but then it will be a secondary way for doing the business, or maybe it even does better than their primary in-person dining. So yeah, and for some other industries, or maybe some other restaurants or bars, the situation will be completely different. And the delivery apps only works for restaurants in kind of like lower ended side of the industry. So for fine dinings, for bars, we still need the environment element and the atmosphere when we dine in. And I think that for those restaurants, COVID has hit them really hard. And I do notice that some fine dining restaurants are doing takeaways and deliveries, but eating at home will not feel the same thing as like just as that if you're drinking a cocktail in a fancy glass, it doesn't taste different, but it feels different. For some other industries, we already see a very positive development, especially in the stock market price for the airlines. And I think not just the business itself, but also the investors are taking into account the policy for reopening up the borders. That's why the price went up. So investors and business owners are highly focused on the plans of the government. And I think this is a new phenomenon during the COVID, as the policy has been always changing, and there's lots of new rules that the businesses need to obey the rule, and also operating their business in a COVID safe environment. Because the worst thing that you want to have is that you force your employees to go to work, but then they end up getting COVID and there's another outbreak, which can be threatening to the business owner themselves as well, and also the health and safety of the employees. So yeah, we're looking forward to the new situation. And on the other side, for the employees, I think most of the office employees are working from home now, and some of them are already going back to office and wearing a mask working indoor, which doesn't sound comfortable at all. However, I think after Monday, the indoor masking requirement will be removed. Thanks to the new governor, but no, not governor, the new premier. However, we still have doubt whether this is too radical to have such a release of restrictions in a short time, but it will happen one day or very soon. And let's hope that the cases won't go up crazily, but we'll see what happens. Right, are you ready for those who are working from home to go back to the office, or you already get used to the work from home environment? Tell me what you think.